takes a special person to rewrite history, especially the history of a town with as many twists and turns as Mason, Michigan. Rebecca Clinton knows of nothing else. Her family is deeply rooted in Mason's community and responsible for many of the lives that carry Mason today. 150 years of Mason, 64 of which she has endured. Clinton's dad, George Clinton, was a doctor. Many of Mason's community are only here because of him. He helped deliver many of the children who were born many years ago. Clinton wrote a book on her father. The book has its place in the Mason Historical Museum for people to read. This wasn't the first book she had written, however. In 1st through 5th grade, Clinton went to Catholic school. In 6th grade, she went to high school, where she would learn that she loved to read and write. Shortly after, she wrote her first published book, called The Mystery on Courthouse Lawn. Becky never thought these books would be possible. In high school, she played tennis and softball. Softball would stick with her throughout the rest of her life as she played semi-professionally for the Mason Majors.
I found out about the Mason Majors, did a tryout, and if you can believe it, that was in the hippie era, and I had flag pants on and long hair down to my waist. So I played on the Mason Majors for about 10 years, and then played in the Mason Rec League after that. And I love softball.
Clinton's love of history stuck with her throughout her adult life. Now she understands everything the town has gone through in the last 150 years.
It's just, once you're downtown, you can see the history. I mean, I wouldn't live anyplace else because you get to know the people. Even if you don't know them, I just feel comfortable going up and say, "Hi, hon, how you doing?" You know, I love the history, and Mason is such a friendly town. It just draws people to it. It's just when we have the events, people will come and they'll just, you know, there's benches outside the buildings. They'll just sit and talk to people. But other than that, it's just, I wouldn't live anyplace else.
To show this love for Mason, Rebecca won't see a penny of the profit this book makes for the town. Instead, she's giving the money back to the town to have an amazing 150th celebration.
We're going to set the price for the book, and we'll probably do that in January. But I'm not getting anything off it. It's all going to go back toward the celebration of Mason to pay off different events that are going to happen. So I don't want anything for doing it. That wasn't why I did it. I did it so it could be on computer and it wouldn't have to be written all over again. Everything will go back toward the celebration.
City Councilman Marlon Brown has known Clinton since 2011. They served on the Historic District Commission before Brown was elected to the council. He said the effort Clinton has given towards the sesquicentennial year is preparing Mason for a great year.
This has been, more than a year in process, but I guess overall I would say that Becky had the idea of putting together a pretty comprehensive narrative of the city, and so when she brought that idea forward to the committee, we supported her in that. And she did a lot of the research on her own, and did a lot of the writing, and then we've been doing some collaborative editing, but also to make this as the souvenir journal. So what it ultimately will be is we're going to have a souvenir journal that includes Becky's narrative, plus ads from local businesses and some historic photographs. So it's going to be a nice keepsake book for the community to have. And when we were looking at how we might pattern this book, we looked at the 100th anniversary and the 125th. We'll also have a program in there of different events and things that will occur throughout the year. So it really will be a keepsake.
Rita Vogel is hoping people all ages read the book to spread the knowledge of what Mason's history is all about.
It needs to be done. People need to read it. We're going to do elementary, we'll do a drawing contest kind of essay. High school, there's going to be a scholarship, so that's going to be super helpful. And then we're going to have a float too. So we're going to have a contest so families can dress up.
Brown realizes that none of this success would have been possible without the resources and knowledge of Clinton.
Becky has been extremely resourceful and
When it comes down to it, many of Mason's citizens simply couldn't see themselves living elsewhere. The small-town nature of Mason is becoming more and more extinct across America. This is what makes Mason's 150th year so memorable. 88-year-old Mary Hagan, who has lived in Mason for 24 years, said it best.
Mason is amazing. While so many people can go back 4, 5, 6, 7 generations, they're very welcoming of the brand new people who come in. I knew I would like to live here the rest of my life.